Hello YouTube, this is Dakota from Bowtied Media, and today we are going to look at the Monstercat Best of 2024. The compilation is out, and we are here to see what songs made it. So before we get a look at the list, I do want to say I saw some other things that made the list. I didn't really see the full order in any capacity, and I definitely did not see the top 10, which I'm very, very curious to see about. And so, let's hop into it. And then at the very end, I do want to talk about this year's voting and the process and see if you guys like it or not and have that conversation. So let's look at the list here. I have it on my phone. Number 50, The One, Atlas Mango and Malin. Great, I Don't Mind by Angara. Prism, Shingo Nakamura. Euphoria, Cloud Cage and Ramin? Is that how you're supposed to say it? Rasim? Something like that? I think it's Rasim. But yes, Where Does the Light Go? Oracle and Holochrome. Sound Therapy, Zensei and Delaney Kai. One Plus Space, Natural Good, yes. Much Is Taken, Much Abides, Cloud Cage and Mango, yes. Wake Up, Alan Walker at 42. And this notes something very special where it is the first time, it's only been 2 years now, 3-ish years, where the Silk songs haven't been at the all bottom of the list. It's not been the entire bottom of the list being Silk songs. So I actually really appreciate that a lot because it shows that Silk isn't bad. I think a lot of people... I understand that it's at the bottom of the list. I get that. It's the least popular of the 3 brands. The music has just a different taste, and it's not like the old school Monstercat of the past of sorts. I get that. Silk is still very much Monstercat, and Silk still has some fantastic music. Nigel Good is a great example this year. I think that album was fantastic, and I'm really happy to see that Silk is getting a little bit more recognition and not just being the kind of the middle child, I guess, does that really make sense? Middle child, the youngest of the bunch, but yeah. So I'm actually really happy there. But yes, Alan Walker, of course, was going to make it in some capacity, just snuck in at 42, I guess, for Uncaged. Heaven Knows, Cascade, Punctual, and featuring Poppy Bascom. I'm actually really curious to know how far up Nigel Good's gonna be. Because I'm pretty sure his was the number 1 Silk song. So, Nothing on You, Conroe and Harris at 40, Kill the Lights, Kirby and Sarah DeWarren, Excision and Dion Timmer. Yes, Eyes on Me, Control Freak. I was actually really happy that Eyes on Me made it because it was a track that I appreciated and enjoyed and listened to actually more than I expected to, but didn't really go back and felt like I loved it a ton. You know what I mean? There's a lot of songs, I think a lot of them will be on this list for me, that are not quite 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 songs, but just still really good that you constantly want to play. And you're just like, man, these are great tracks. And you just feel like they deserve a little bit more love, but you also don't give them a lot of love. I think that makes a lot of sense. But yes, Control Freak, Eyes on Me, really like the song. The Banana song, Sippy, also happy that one made it. The meme, I think, fell a little flat, obviously, compared to Crab Rave. It's hard to beat Crab Rave, but I still liked it as a song individually. And so it's pretty fun. Endless, In Between, Kid. I'm happy Kid and Jonathan Middleton got on there too. The Stars, Ellis and Throttle. Yep, that was a good one. I would say that was probably honestly maybe the weakest of the 3 songs from that Ellis EP, but it's Ellis, it's Throttle, it's gonna make it. So yeah. Rain Dance, Muzz, okay, Life Force, BT and Shingo Nakamura, okay, Silk made it into 32 at least, I think that's the 3rd or 2nd last, oh yeah, The Magic, Naja Good and Tien Viet Nugent, 31, I guess the highest, I believe there's nothing higher from Silk, the highest that Silk made it, that's pretty good, top 31 song of the year for Monstercat. I'm actually surprised it's not a little higher, but yeah, I like the song, it's fantastic, so. Take It Back, Fairlane and Silverstein, and the one I didn't really care for a whole ton. Honestly, same with No Tomorrow by Jason Ross and Brandon Burnett, but I still think they're great tracks. You Want Me, Dirty Phonics and Circadian, yes, Nervous System, Coven and Steve Aoki, Generation Gap, Mazaire and Dead Pony, World Wide Web, Nitro Fun, Nitro Fun's always going to make it, Ballistic, Boss Fight for sure, Play, Tokyo, okay, VIP, I was talking to some people about the Tokyo stuff here. Again, I think it's great. I think Tokyo is great, but there's always a year-end release that Tokyo Machine puts out that has a bit of recency bias, in my opinion. In my honest opinion, I think Tokyo, obviously a beloved Monstercat artist, a beloved artist in general, and I love Tokyo Machine. I think their stuff is fantastic, but there always, for some reason, is this year-end song that just always makes it. Play VIP, sure, it's Play. It's Play is amazing originally, and so the VIP is still just the VIP, but yeah, Tokyo Machine will always make these lists as long as he's producing. Then we got Authentic, Mr. Bill and Infected Mushrooms, So Lost, Bad Computer and I'm Alright. The Beginning, Sullivan King, actually surprised this one. Not surprised this one made it, but happy that this one made it, I should say. I think Sullivan King has some bangers. Otherwise, yeah, he's got some bangers. Open the Pit, Cranked Out and Juicy J. Hideaway, Have, Raw, Roy Knox, and Skyel. Leave the World Behind, Nufori, featuring Luna Lentera. Yes, I'm really happy this one made it. I was loving a lot of what Nufori put out this past year. Again, another song for me that I really, really liked it, but not one I put on a whole ton personally. But really happy that Nufori got a nod here. Damage by Fool, yes indeed. Falling in Love, No Man Avowal, Layla Diamond Die. Yes, love Falling in Love, fantastic track, probably my favorite from the album, other than City to City. Given to You, Rez, Virtual Riot, and Once You're God. I actually predicted that this one was going to be top 3, which I think I am wrong. It is number 14, but I thought this one was going to be a lot higher because I think the fan base is going to put it a lot higher. I think it actually deserves to be on the list, but not in the top 3, which I guess we all agree with for the most part, a majority of us, so... Let's see, we got Hot Shot, Tokyo Machine. Yes, that one definitely deserves to be on the list. Hot Shot is money. Heavy Heart, Blank and Grant. Yep, for sure, that one was going to make it. Chromatically by Haywire, number 11. And we are now heading into the top 10. I have no idea what this list is going to be, so I'm very, very curious to hear what our top 10 is going to be. We've got Pyroclastic, Chime, and Skybreak. Heck yeah, one of my number one song, probably actually my number one Monstercat song of this year. I loved Pyroclastic. I think it was fantastic, amazing. I love the video game influences. Just absolutely killer track from these two. So glad this one made the list and top 10 even. Decimate, Boss Fight. Yep, Boss Fight's always going to land in the top 10. Again, similar to Tokyo Machine, as long as he's making music on Monstercat, Boss Fight will land in the top 10. His music is aggressive, it's pounding, it is dense and harsh, and the fans love him. So that one makes a lot of sense for me. Heaven, Blank, Rival, and KC. Okay, yeah, that one I get. I get it. I think Heavy Heart was a better track personally, but I do get it. I get this one Heaven. This one's another one that's really not for me a whole ton, but I do understand it. See You Drop, Ray Volpe for sure. That one saw a ton of success streaming-wise and just did big numbers at festivals and stuff, and so this one is a no-brainer to see in the top 10. Believe What You Want, Virtual Riot, hit number 6. I'm curious to see if we're going to get another Virtual... I don't think so. I think this is probably the top Virtual Riot, but yeah, number 6, not surprised there. Virtual Riot had a fantastic album. Oh, Stealing Fire. Wait, I think Stealing Fire has got to be up there. I think personally for me, but let's see. Let's go on through the list. Lush, Grant, top 5. I predicted this was going to be number 1 because I just think we just love Grant so much. But I get that it's top 5 and it's going to be somewhere in the top 10 for sure. Again, another artist, as long as they're releasing music, will be in the top artists here. Will be in the top lists. Number 4, Digital Friends, No Mana and Sofa. I'm surprised Digital Friends is actually above Falling in Love. Personally, I really liked Falling in Love, and I thought Digital Friends was good, but I thought it was actually a great song, but I just thought Falling in Love was just like a step above Digital Friends. I felt like it was a more expanded upon, more dynamic track, but I guess not. I guess my opinion, but still love it. Still think the track is fantastic. Let's see, number 3, Out of Frame, Skybreak, Sharks, and Luthien. Yes, absolutely. Out of Frame is a fantastic track. My favorite song from Skybreak, other than Pyroclastic, I guess. So I guess I can't really say that necessarily, but Out of Frame. The top 2. I'm trying to guess now. Top 2. Should have guessed top 3. I think wait, what is left? It's Stealing Fire, Virtual Riot. Is it Euphoria Rush? Is that what's left? I would say Euphoria Rush is probably 2, and then Stealing Fire, I think, is maybe number 1. Okay, let's see. Number 2 is... Oh, I forgot about 4D. Yes, Bad Computer and Ryan Cos. This was one that I wasn't too blown away with as Bad Computer, but again, another artist that will just make the list because his stuff is fantastic. I think the song is great, but one that never stuck with me a whole ton, even though I really enjoy the song. So, is number 1 Stealing Fire, or did Stealing Fire just not make the list? I guess maybe because it was like an album song, and sometimes those don't do that well. But let's see, number 1, Euphoria Rush, Chill and Skybreak. Okay, that actually surprises me. I think the track is great. I'm a big fan of it. I'm surprised that this was as beloved as you guys are clearly showing by voting it time and time again. Wow, that one actually surprises me a little bit. But way to go, Skybreak, cleaning up number 1, number 3, and number 10 on the list. Dang, Skybreak absolutely just steamrolling this year. And all of them, which is also really interesting, are like collaborations. It's not just like a Skybreak song. This is Skybreak and Chill, Skybreak and Shark, Skybreak and Chime. And so we love our Skybreak. We really do. And also, I did an interview with Skybreak. If you didn't know, maybe go hit the button there. So see that interview I did with him. If you like voting for him so much, you should watch my interview I did with him. He would appreciate that too. But yeah, I think it's a pretty great list. I think it's a pretty fun one. I love this year-end stuff that we do, the best of compilations. I do want to open up for conversation, though. Is this the best format? Is this the best format for Monstercat's best of list to move forward? Is the 30 songs from Uncaged, 10 from Instinct, 10 from Uncaged, 10 from Silk, and the as many songs per artist? Is that it? Because in the past we've done where it hasn't been split by brand, where it's just been the whole label. We've also done voting per artist, so each artist gets one individual song. Which would you guys prefer this way? Do you feel like you like the more artist representation? That way we, I guess, don't get a Skybreak dominating the top 10, but I think that's a good thing personally, because that's like, he had some fantastic songs, so let's put him in the best of, but it maybe gives some less shout outs to other artists that maybe want to be on the list or deserve a spot on the list. I'm curious, if you guys think this is the best formula. I think this is probably the best for at least now, for the next little bit. I don't see it changing anytime soon. Maybe if the schedule changes and we don't go 3-1-1 with Uncaged, Instinct, and Silk. Maybe if there's another brand, or I don't know. For now, I think if things don't change, this is going to be the same way of the 30-10-10, just because it makes sense. I think it does a good job of representing the brands across multiple things. If anything, I would maybe say give it some leeway where like Silk and Instinct can maybe get more spots. Like they can take over some Uncaged ones if Uncaged doesn't have as many bangers as maybe Instinct and Silk just have fantastic years, and there's more songs from those labels that deserve the recognition and people are voting for it very clearly, then maybe those like takes over some spots of Uncaged or something like that. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys think of the format. I think it's pretty good right now. I think it's a pretty sustainable spot and a spot that will make sense moving forward in the future. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of the list even. I would love to hear what you think of the top 50 best of Monstercat songs of 2024. But other than that, I'm Dakota from Bowtied Media, and I'll see you guys in another video.